Okay, so let's see. Is my voice is registering. So, hello everyone, and welcome. After much travail and trying to get every team set up and into place, we're finally in the game. So, welcome to this is still week 8 of the Coliseum Gold, and let me make sure that my audio is balanced. I'm gonna turn the desktop audio down just a little bit extra. Sorry if that makes it too low, but I just want to make sure. I know you guys can't hear it right now. I'm not using dual monitors currently, which makes it difficult to monitor OBS and Siege at the same time, unfortunately. But we're making do. This is the first time I've observed on PC, so it should be a fun time for all of us. So far, my computer's not overheating. I had to get a desk fan, or a fan, lap desk to keep my laptop cool enough so that it won't blow up in the midst of this stream, hoping that it won't go that way. But, yeah, we're gonna see how this works out. So far, everything seems to be going pretty well. Just answering some texts from Discord. We should be all good now. We'll let the stream on YouTube as well, that might help. Usually these are all streamed to Twitch on the Coliseum Gold account. I, however, was not given perms for that ahead of time. So, we're gonna make do with what we have here. So that's fun. So we are on my personal YouTube account, for those of you that may not normally know who I am or watch me cast. But anyways, we're on Villa. So Thatcher, Hibana, Kaid, and Valkyrie. Typical to see Kaid go out after a Thatcher ban. Hibana's interesting to see banned out on Villa. I would expect maybe like an ace ban, generally. Since he's much better at opening up the walls. Is there a delay? I don't know. I think there's like a 3-minute delay. I'm not 100%. Hibana's interesting. There isn't a whole lot of hatch play going on this map, but I mean, she can get some lines of sight open. She's got a lot of pellets to help burn impact tricks, especially inside those trophy walls are the main thing that I'm thinking of. So yeah, I believe there is a 3-minute delay for the person messaging me on Discord. I just don't feel like messaging you back right now, because I don't want to bring up Discord and stop the stream on accident. So anyways, yeah, we've got EVO attacking first against SYR. I didn't check their stats, so I don't know what's at stake here. I know, terrible job on my part. I'm also trying to figure out how the controls work, because I have never... Okay, there we go. How do we go up a floor? So that's how we zoom into a player. This is going to be fun. I really don't know how to do this. Okay, so that's V, F. F jumps between players. We're just going to press random buttons until things... Okay, here we go. So the attackers are about to go in. We are getting a trophy defense to start. So, we'll see what happens there. This is... I probably should have hooked up a controller, in all honesty. What is it? H follows... Not H. Looks like we got mostly a master push going. I'm sorry if I'm not casting all this first round. I really don't know how the hell this works. But the first pick's going to be in the favor of SYR taking out Ragnar. MK will refrag onto N4, and 9-piece. They're just trading out back and forth all around master and below, I do believe. So it looks like there is a player below. We are getting some players up top as well, as typically happens in Siege. This is actually awful. How do you rotate the... Okay, so that's how I can switch between people. So let's just go... Getting a nade going through here. Looks like a master push came out, so we do have the ace, as I talked about earlier. Gonna start throwing out some Selmas to get the master wall open. After a good bit of time's already passed. And you've got Fallen in Bathroom, and not sure where the last player is. where CJ is right now. But Reaps is going to go ahead and get that wall open. It will be impacted, but he's got the rest of his Selmas in store to take those out. He's got to watch out for the player playing inside of Trophy Landing. That'll be Temperado, as well as Poplo all the way back inside of A site. Going to be lighting him up. Canadian Goose will be taken down by Fallen, a frag grenade. And they'll actually down 9 piece as well, with CJ rotating up Astro Stairs to help finish him off. A nice pincer. Reaps will take down Poplo. Fallen finds 9 piece, and just like that, it's all on Temperado right here. And he'll be finished as well by CJ all the way over in Astro. So what started out as a bit of a rocky round for EVO, especially on a defender-sided map. Pause, please. Okay. I'll have to wait till this starts. Pause timer. Okay. Looks like something happened to somebody. Yep, Canadian Goose might be reloading. Is somebody, like, talking right now about how to... Let's see if Controls has anything to say about this, because this is actually terrible. Alright. I guess we'll just wait for him to rejoin, and we'll stay paused until then. How many pauses do game crash restarting? So yeah, let's review that round, because I'm spending most of the rounds figuring out how to work all of the controls. It definitely started out not in SYR's favor. They had to get ground control, which took them quite a while, but they actually had a nice pincer from Bathroom and up Astro Stairs at the same time. Cleared out the 2 players left in Astro. Somehow got a nice shot onto Poplo inside of Trophy, who I guess wasn't expecting Astro to be cleared so quickly, and then it was all on Temperado trapped inside of Trophy. So I guess the players below did their job, even though they lost some members early. EVO were able to still pick up the pace and find victory there in the first round. So now we're on pause, and... We're still waiting for the player of Canadian Goose to come back. Unfortunately, not the actual Canadian. There you go, spectator camera. Someone want to give me a control scheme here? Nope! Okay, that's cool. So his game crashed, I'm sure it'll be a couple seconds. I don't know exactly what the rules are about restarts. Get someone already saying they'll streak and target if EVO wins. Well, they're already up 1, so you are now 1 round closer to being forced to streak and a target. So maybe EVO should not win. Sorry, trying to test my audio as well. There's just way too much going on here. Oh, Canadian Goose has returned. Down 9 piece as well. Okay, great. So that's still working. Awesome. He's going to choose Bandit. Alright, ready? We're going to resume timer. I'm hoping all the players chose who they want it to be. We've got Ace, Ash, Zofia, Nomad, Ayana. Melusi, Jaeger, Miro, Smoke, Bandit. So I think a slightly changed team comp from last time. N4J taking the Melusi this time. His Temperado's going to go Miro. They are just going to go Aviator Games. It is interesting to see the Hibana band because... I'm sorry, what? Anyways, with Hibana band, she can't use those X-Kairos to at least cover mirror windows. A lot of Hibanas will do that in order to prevent lines of sight through the mirror. but that won't be happening here, especially now that Ace has lost his smoke grenades. That's something to bear in mind as this game continues. Only Thermite has them now. We do still have frag grenades on the Iana. The only frag grenades we're seeing being brought right now. Okay, we're just gonna press random buttons. Is anything here gonna work? Okay, so shift goes up. Control goes down, shift goes up. Cool. Q selects a player. So let's just stay in first person as much as possible. There we go. So let's see, where are the attackers right now? Looks like a master clear coming out from the attackers right now. And, yeah, we've got, MK. Let's see, Astro Clear. Actually, there's no roam over here from the defenders at all. So he's just going to go ahead and clear onto Trophy Landing, or the Closet. Poplo will potentially be watching. He will be watching down 90 Hall, possibly there to pick off some of the attackers. And NJ is down below. Let's check him out. That would be 6. Yep, there we go. We're learning how this works. So far, there's nobody there to contest him. He is pushing back up Astro, so I'm sure CJ's got an air jab there. I'm not seeing it, though. Maybe not, like we're thinking. It looks like 90's been seated. Almost. MK taking some bullets from down the hallway, but he's not going to get hit. Zofia. Lifeline will go down. Let's see if we can get... There we go. There's the Ash. The air jab is going to go off from behind, so they know Fallen. Yep, Fallen there on flank watch, as in 4J is going to have to rotate back around and come up a different way. Ragnar still trapped on 90. Looks like an Aviator push going to go out here. There's the Zofia, knowing that NJ4 is not too far behind, trying to push up from below. He's going to start to pressure onto site, take out the ADS near vault door. Looks like going to be trying to go for a default plant here. Will be Ragnar, still playing against this player here inside of game room. Looks like a study push coming out as well, as MK just continuing to put pressure into this Aviator room. So far, though, not a lot of progress. They've gotten close to site, but no deaths so far, and we're under a minute in the round, interestingly enough. Still just some long angles being held, and the concuss is going to go out. Fallen will try to push in. He's going to be concussed a lot by his own teammate, actually. And what are the defenders doing about this? They're going to try to run in. C4 is going around. Looks like he's going to be swung right here. He's going to pre-fire. They don't seem to realize he's planting as MK takes down Poplo. The diffuser goes down. Canadian Goose will trade out one from below. And Nice will take out Reaps as well, but it looks like the flank watch here going to come to fruition for MK. He's going to take down one for his troubles, and it looks like Ragnar will find another. MK will fall. It's all on CJ and Ragnar as they're both playing around the diffuser pillar. The diffuse is, or the counter diffuse is going down. He's got to swing, but he's not going to see the player all the way back. It's 9-piece. CJ's going to swing right here. He's actually going to find the mirror. Sorry, that's Ragnar swinging. A nice double kill to end the round there. He takes down 9-piece inside of game room. Or, sorry, inside of Aviator, who took down his teammate, and then he'll clean up the Mira as well, who's going for the counter defuse. Really great plant there from EVO. They got in it, and the defenders did not seem to know at all that they were in there. So great job from them. They almost biffed it in the post plant. If the flank from N4J had worked, potentially they could have taken that, but Reaps was just too strong on that angle and took him out, and that's really what shut down the round. Though they almost brought it back there with 9-piece and... Who was that? Was that Canadian? That was the last left? I'm not 100%. Almost brought it back, but close but no cigar. And a 2-0, surprisingly. Villa is a generally defender-sided map. And, interesting to see 2 attack rounds go so far. 6 pick from Pulse onto Mozzie, and from Iana onto IQ. Possibly to find out that Pulse player below, who actually did not even do his job properly last time. He should have been down there way sooner, and he simply was not. And that kind of cost him the round there a little bit. See. Got the drone phase going in here. We've got N4J on the Mozzie. They've gone to Kitchen this time as they've lost both of the upstairs defensive sites. Poplo on the Bandit, Temperado on the Malusi, 9-piece on the Smoke, and Canadian Goose on the Jaeger. Oh my gosh, my computer is literally on fire. Let's see if we can turn the fan up anymore. Yeah, interesting to see no pulse being... Oh, actually, they are in trophy stature. I'm sorry. I just looked in kitchen at the first player and was like, yep, that must be him. And it simply was not. So, let's see what N4J is up to. Where is Poplo's down in launch right now? Might be able to catch out the Zofia right here. Going to pre-fire, but MK's not going to fall for it. He's going to fall off and watch the angle inside of Memorial from the bicycle window. But Poplo's going to play a bit more cautiously than that. He's just going to fire off some rounds. Sees the drone going out, but he's being pincered right here. He's going to try to fall back for another laundry flank right here. They don't seem to see him. MK actually going to shut down N4J, the Mozzie, who apparently was trying to do some things to flank. Did not work. They are now pushing inside of Memorial, and that leaves Poplo trapped inside of Laundry. A bad start so far for SYR, as they're hoping to retake and remake something of this round. He's now trapped inside of Laundry. He is protected from the door by the laundry machines right there. But he's about to be pressured by MK, Ragnar, and Reap, as well as potentially CJ at the same time. MK about to find him here. They're going to pre-fire. It's between Reap and MK right now. Reap will swing in. They're not going to find him. They know he's in there somewhere. He's doing a great job of stalling. He actually will take one for his troubles, but Reaps will refrag onto Poplo and shut him down finally. So a great job of wasting time there by Poplo. And he managed to pick up one for his troubles, though his team is still now down 4-3 with a minute and a half left. The ADS as well as the Bandit charges are still up on the wall, and so far, looks like the Ash is still waiting for the pings to take down all of that anti-breach. Looks like it's going to go for it here. And they'll be successful. At least on 2 of the walls. There is still an ADS there, but that's all that Reaps needs to get the walls open, as Fallen going to start pressuring inside of Objective. Let's see if I can... Watching that, he sees the shield there. He knows there's probably a player behind that. And that would actually be 9-piece. The smoke. The Ashen breaching round is going to come out from below. A really nice use of utility there, and Fallen will find him. The SMG-11 just not enough. And it looks like Fallen's going for a second kill onto Temperado inside of Statuary. Sorry, that was Canadian Goose inside of Trophy, but Temperado will fall inside of Statuary, and Reaps and Fallen are there to finish off the rest of SYR. And EVO going up 3-0 right now on attack on Villa. Not what you expect, not what you want if you're the defense. Though I've talked about some Villa as of late, despite being, very much defender-sided. Oh, everything good? Is Canadian? Okay, good, he didn't crash again. Despite being generally defender-sided, at least in the past, it's been a lot more attacker-sided recently, as is the case with all maps, as over time they're naturally going to start to favor the attackers as they figure out all of these different defenses. Looking at the kill feed so far, 9-piece leading his team with 4. Still 0 for Temperado. 4 for Fallen. 4 also for MK. 3s for Ragnar and Reaps. And 1 for CJ down there at the bottom. But here we go on to the 4th round. SYR going back to Aviator Games. They've exhausted all the main defensive sites here on Villa. Still to no avail. They're going to have to hope to make a bit more out of this as things go on. N4J is going to get some Mozzie Pest set up to help stall out this master bedroom push that came out last time they were on Aviator Games, so potentially a good idea. Also going to reinforce those those trophy walls. Yeah, not a whole lot happening so far. Poplo on the Roman side of Statuary, or side of Trophy, sorry. Pushing already into Master Bedroom. Looks like he's going to fall out of that. He realized that's a big mistake, as the attackers are already up there. They're just going to start making their way in as quickly as possible. We've got Nyana, a Nomad, a Zoph, an Ash, and an Ace again. Pretty standard so far. The Iana Gemini going to go ahead and run on in to drone out the players. And I believe there is a player on the Astro stairs for the rotate. That's N4J. Poplo going to fall off into landing because he knows he's being pressured just so heavily. They just droned out the player on Astro. Some great drone work there. N4J going to fall back down. Going to shoot out the drone. And just fall back down to the basement for a while. As the attacker's a bit stalled upstairs. That's okay so far. About a minute into the round so far. Poplo's going to take some bullets into Astro and fall off right as CJ actually is going to start to go for the window there. But nothing's going to come of that. He's going to go ahead and jump on in and fall back into Trophy. MK's taking the lead right now as he pressures onto Red Stair, Middle Stair landing. Doing his best right now to watch that flank. They know N4J still somewhere below. His default cam's actually going to be taken down, and he is at the bottom of backstairs towards Astro, actually, still hoping to come up that way somehow, but I'm sure that our boy CJ's probably, he's got his drone down there for flank watch. I'm sure he's also got some air jabs over on those Astro stairs. And the 90 push already coming out, actually, from Ragnar. He's going to shoot the Ash breaching round. That's going to take down the shield. No, it's not. It's going to be burned by the ADS. Now the shield will go down. A 9-piece, the top fragger for his team will have to fall back off. N4J rotating over towards middle stairs where MK's busting some barbed wire. MK's going to go down below now. Let's see that. Watching and waiting patiently for N4J, who is actually inside of Memorial. Looks like, oh, he might go for the pressure right here, but he's going to fall back off. Not want to get too aggressive, not wanting to die too soon. Reaps is in position on Aviator, going to start to burn some Ace Selm. No, not some Ace Selm. I was not sure what was being burned right there, but Poplo going to take some damage. All the way back inside of Study, he and Reaps trading out some damage. As those Ace Selmas are going to start to open up somewhere. Not sure where. Fallen taking a lot of damage as Poplo actually ran out on him. They're getting into a contesting right there. Poplo is going to get the better of him, but he'll be quickly traded back out by CJ, who made a nice rotate over to the other Study window. OMG coming out from Poplo. Got to be a little upset being the roamer, but he did a lot of good job stalling. 30 seconds left, though. We've seen EVO pull this out before as Reaps just going to storm on in. CJ takes out another. The plant's going to go down. MK is going to take down Canadian as well. Reaps is getting the plant down. It's all on 9-piece right now. He's going to take a bit of damage, and he's not able to trade much out. He couldn't get any smoke canisters into position. MK will suddenly take a lot of damage. That's N4J on the rotate. He's going to have to fall back down a little bit. And Canadian's going to leave the game again. N4J will also be shut down. It's all on 9-piece right now, who actually manages to get one if I could find him. SMG-11 in hand, sees the head of the Nomad, not quite able to take him down. He's got 24 seconds left to make something out of this, watching around that mirror window. But the players are just playing safely now. N4J still down. It's essentially, though, a 2v1, and I just don't see the defenders clutching out this one, and sure enough, Ragnar going to finish off the last two players. Not sure if we have to pause, or if we even can pause the timer again for Canadian Goose. They might just have to play another round without him, which is going to hurt them still very, very badly, considering how they're doing so far. Oh, maybe he's back in the game now. Alright, maybe things are all good. And yeah, just a huge round there for SYR. They just keep going up. And, sorry, for EVO, not for SYR. They keep going up, and SYR just can't seem to stop them at all. They're doing a good job of stalling on the roam, especially that round. But that doesn't matter. All EVO needs are these last 30 seconds to get an in-plant. They're going for the same default plant spot every single time, and all of the counters that are there, the C4s, are not in place. 9-piece wasn't there with his smoke canisters in time. Not sure what the problem was with that. Not sure if there was a cross angle. I think there was a cross angle being held from the player inside of Aviator door. And the fact that N4J took so long to walk up on the flank is a little bit ridiculous because it left the smoke a little bit pincered there. All in all, just not a whole lot of great teamwork and coordination coming out from SYR, as they're going to opt to go back to Aviator Games, hoping to at least pull one round out of this. Still trying to figure out buttons here. We do have the same team comp, I think, except Canadian Goose is going to go mute this time to try to stop some more of those Ace Selmas. There is a setup going on inside of Trophy, so that's good to see. N4J holding all the way back, actually in Statuary. Or, sorry, Trophy, that's Statuary. I don't know why I've been mixing those up. Poplo instead of Astro, they're the two that have been on the roam consistently. They didn't do a terrible job of a roam last time, but they definitely took their dear sweet time getting set up. And the Gemini going to go ahead and try to find out Poplo already, as MK is going to go on in, trying to catch him out on a swing in Trophy, or sorry, in Statuary. Might be able to get him right here. N4J taking a lot of damage, and he'll be finished off, and so will Poplo. MK making quick work of both players, surprisingly. Losing a lot of health for it, but I would take 75 HP for two players any day. So, wow, really, really bad start there for the defenders, as MK will find both. And that just leaves him in a terrible position, going from bad to worse. My Magnet will catch out the first Ash breaching around. Those are Poplo's charges. Actually, Ragnar will be downed by the player behind the shield, and the smoke canister is probably going to finish him off there. A nice pickup there for 9-piece, finally getting those smoke canisters to work after last round they had to fall so silently, despite the plant situation that was going on. Temperado's inside objective, and Canadian Goose is actually holding inside of game room, using a mirror to watch from game room into Aviator, interestingly enough. Rather intriguing to see the wall to games, or to Aviator already having been open, but this actually might be exactly what they need. Looks like 9-piece still in this 90 hallway right here. The attacker's trying to figure out how to get in. They're going to swing it, and actually MK almost going to find the smoke. Going to have to fall off a bit, and oh, he'll be down. He'll land a nice headshot on the 9-piece, but it's not quite enough. Smoke canister probably going to come out here. Actually, they're just going to save it, and perhaps a player will come. Oh, the smoke canister's going to be overthrown. That's a waste of a smoke canister by 9-piece right there. He's going to continue to hold his angle. Fallen will back into it a little bit. He's going to try to cook a nade, though. He might be able to take him out right here. It will be caught out by the ADS, though, as Fallen's just going to go for the revive. It will be a push-up, though, from 9-piece, and he will find one for his troubles. And Fallen will accidentally team kill MK with a grenade that he dropped upon his death, and Temperado's going to find one. Finally, things are going right for SYR, even if it happened to be because of a team kill. It's all on Reaps now, the ace. He's had a pretty decent game so far. He still has... I don't know. Yeah, he still got some summons in his pocket to burn that shield that was still never taken down. These, oh my gosh, all the utility burn on this hallway right now. Just absolutely ridiculous. He's watching the angle like a hawk, but he's not going to be able to catch out 9-piece, who's going to swing him and finish him off. A great round there for the smoke with that Chaos SMG 11 skin. Wow, look at that. Just like that, he jumped up to 9 kills, 9 and 4, and the whole rest of his team has 2 or less kills, most of them only having 1. Huge carry right now going out from 9-piece. And, yeah, I would say his hold of 90 right there, all the utility they burned on that hallway to save him. I cannot believe he was able to salvage that round. EVO got those 2 early picks and got maybe a little bit too overconfident, and the lack of HP they suffered in those opening picks wound up felling them to the smoke on that hallway. And then the push-up from 9-piece at the perfect moment, right when the Iana was cooking the nade. That nade wound up killing MK as well, who'd been the top fragger of that round. And just some things spiraling out of control for EVO. So just some serendipity, certainly, on the behalf of SYR. But they also played that pretty well. At least 9-piece did. The rest of them just kind of sat around and did whatever. But he certainly cannot carry this game all by himself. The rest of the team's going to have to step up if they want to pull this out in any serious capacity. We will see the Frost come out here from NJ, or N4J. Playing instead of Astra right now. And I'm still really just bamboozled as to how, if anybody knows... Oh, yeah, the arrow keys. That kind of makes sense. I really should have figured that to begin with. There we go. That makes it really difficult to play with a mouse, though. This is why I just need to hook up a controller when I observe from now on. Well, actually, because I don't need the mouse at all. Damn, it's big brain hours right here, y'all. I figured out all the other buttons before. Of course, also I'm getting used to with the arrow, with the numbers. Pressing 1, I guess his drone was dead. Let's see what's going on for them. Going for a balcony push over top of Study. Makes a lot of sense. I can't believe it took me this long to figure out that the arrows turn the camera. I'm a little bit ashamed of that. Poplo, actually, playing inside of Aviator right now. Falling back into Vault, though. Almost got an early pick right there, but nothing for his trouble. He's going to be droned out right here. Might be swung by the drone. He's definitely applying some pressure in the right places, but he was flushed out pretty quickly last time by the attackers, so we'll see if he's given any better luck this time. MK actually trying to fell him. Looks like a pincer from MK and Ragnar. They might get the swing right here. It's between one of them, one or the other. Poplo's still just going to hold. Drone will find him. He's going to be pressured from one way or the other. Going to be wallbanged, actually caught in a complete crossfire. And Poplo, who's been the standout roamer for his team alongside of N4J, not able to find a whole lot besides burning a minute. And the rest of EVO's not made terrible progress so far, if I'm being honest with you. So, can't really say that minute was completely wasted, as MK's actually already over towards Statuary. If I can zoom into him, there we go. Shield being found out. Droned out inside of Trophy. Drone gonna go and gonna see N4J. He's gonna be swung, actually. He's gonna start pre-firing, but he's gonna miss his shots. MK coming with a nice crouch. Temperado will be there to refrag. He's gonna pick up his second of the game, so good for him right there, taking down MK, who's been a standout fragger for his team so far. In fact, actually the top fragger. They still have to worry about the rest of Team EVO, who are certainly not doing bad. Reaps droning down below. They still need to get rid of that anti-breach from below, I do believe, if they want to take down those walls. And let's see. Yep, they still have the Mute Jammer on the wall. Ash below, trying to figure that out. And actually, CJ is going to pick one up and lower the defensive count even more. That was CJ the Nomad, all the way over in Master. 9-piece. Again, the top fragger for his own team. Will find another one. And it's all on him and Canadian Goose. The two SAS operators, SMG-11s in hand. They have the default cam pinging still. Just gonna have to watch too many different angles, perhaps too many for them to both be watching. And time will tell. We have the player middle stairs. We've got CJ still instead of Master, waiting for that Mute Jammer. It's finally been felled, it looks like. The ace is actually going to open it up from inside of Statuary, interestingly. 9-piece going to swing him right there, and he'll actually be felled by Reaps. Reaps is going to start going for the plant, and Canadian Goose can't do a whole lot about it from inside of Trophy. Ragnar is going to finish him off, and it's going to be a 5-1 split here on the half for the attackers here on Villa. And wow, not something you see every day. It seems like EVO really came out here to play. But, not out of the realm of possibility for SYR. Perhaps they are also offensively prepared for Villa. But, well, time will tell. Time will tell. In fact, in the next 10 seconds, or I guess the next 3 minutes after the first round, we will know. We already are seeing some new players come out. I don't think we've seen Sledge yet. That's Temperado bringing those frag grenades. And Reaps will be playing Maestro, getting to see some Alda action tonight. Always a pleasure to deal with the Italian operators, especially on their home maps. And I say that any 6 picks to Pulse, and I hate my life. But anyways, Pulse should still be interesting. We're going to Dining Kitchen, so, you know, makes more sense to have a Pulse. I'm sure the attackers, though, will predict that 6-pick. SYR not bringing an IQ or anything to stop him. So, we'll see how that pans out for him. N4J hoping to find some more frags playing as the Zofia. And, yep, pretty standard Dining Kitchen hold. It looks like you got those Jaeger ADSs. Gonna go up as the anti-utility, which definitely helped SYR get to their first victory on Aviator Games, having all that utility. There's no Wamai being brought, though. It's just the Jaeger to burn those grenades. MK will be playing off the Zofia on the Bandit, actually. So the MP7 in his hand, I'm sure, will be quite deadly, as he's going to go ahead and go for a top roam. It looks like playing behind those walls that Ragnar is currently reinforcing. Fallen and Reaper down below. Anchoring, of course, you've got to have Reaps playing the Pulse down below. MK's actually going to rotate back down below. Perhaps pre-placing a C4? I'm not exactly sure what he's doing. Yeah, he's going to go ahead and pre-place one. And where's that going to be above? I think that's... I don't know exactly where that is, but that's going to be a drone for CJ, the Mozzie. Looks like he's already doing his intel work. But let's see where the attackers are coming from. N4J on the 90 window. Poplo all the way over an Aviator, and it looks like the rest of them are, going to be pushing Study. Poplo being droned in, trying to get some early frags with N4J there to assist him. They seem to be the two most aggressive players of the team, but they don't have the kills to show for it. Definitely not like the Ace of 9-piece has. A lot of gunfire going down as they're opening up these barricades. Getting 90 cleared. There is Reaps below them, though. He might be able to get a kill here. He's going to pulse him, though, and give intel. This is the much smarter play. He sees him standing still. It's so tempting to throw a C4, but that trigger discipline from Reaps just might save them in the long run. CJ already taking some damage from his position inside of Trophy. And he and Ragnar are the two playing above right now. As it looks like Reaps giving the callouts from below about the 90 push coming out. They might be swung right here. Let's see if CJ's able to get one. Gonna see the head of one. Actually not going to be able to take down Goose. N4J will find MK. And down goes CJ. He'll be quickly finished off. I'm sure Ragnar's there to try to salvage this a little bit. He's playing over inside of Master Bedroom right now. Canadian Goose will get the finish that he started on to the Mozzie. And that was a great pickup. The great 2 pickups there for EVO. Looks like Master Window being busted as well. And Poplo going to find Fallen. Where was that? Poplo looks like he's going to try to find... Yep, he's going to find Ragnar as well. This might be a flawless round, as it's all suddenly on Reaps holding down in Mudroom. And there's not a whole lot he can do. He's already wasted his C4 to no avail. And he's just trapped down below with 5 members still above. They still have to make the round of sight, though. There's still a minute left, though, so they've got plenty of time to do that. They just have to flush out this last player. And as long as they get the diffuser down in a decent time, I highly doubt there'll be anything that Reaps can do about it. He sees the player drop. He's going to pre-fire. Those bullet tracers going to give him away, and SYR going to take a flawless round. Seems like attack really is their kind of taste for this game. And Canadian Goose going huge that round with 2 kills. Huger than he's gone at least so far in this game. Doing a great job playing the Nomad, watching those angles. And that was just a phenomenal top clear. I'm not sure if MK tried to flank up main stairs, but Poplo and CJ were just no match for the attacking route, coming straight in from Aviator Games, from Study. And Fallen was felled below, and that just left it on poor Reaps with not a whole lot he can do. Aviator Games is going to come out here. Going to see a bit of a lineup change. Fallen on the Malusi. Was he on Malusi last time? I can't remember. MK on the Goyo. Reaps will 6-pick off the Pulse onto Smoke. Just wants to psych him out with the Pulse pick a little bit. They didn't bring IQ for the Pulse last time, so why should they now? And it honestly didn't matter last time. The Pulse was the least of their concerns in a 5v1. Wasn't able to use his ability at all because all the defenders were taken out in basically the top clear. So perhaps too extended of a roam and not enough refrags for the defenders that round. But they're going to try their luck at an Aviator Games, arguably the best defensive site here on Villa. And they're going to hope to be a bit more successful. However, because it's the best site, that means that most teams are extremely well-versed in playing it. So perhaps that will spell doom for the defenders, even on such a good site. They are playing the Goyo Shield here. The same place where 9-Piece was playing on the Smoke Shield when he last played on defense. A really potent spot. And they've got the actual Smoke Shield behind him as well. That's a really great rotation spot. And they've got, of course, the rotation hole back into Game Room. We'll have to use a lot of utility there to protect that Goyo Shield. Otherwise, that will spell certain doom for the defenders. Don't want to be sitting behind a Goyo Shield and have it explode on you. And perhaps that will happen this round. Looks like we are getting a bit of a downstairs roam, but not a whole lot to write home about so far, as we're only just 50 seconds into the round, and already we're seeing the study push come out from Poplo and Temperado. N4J already rushing down below, going to take down the default cam with his good buddy Canadian Goose, who had a really nice round that last round. He and N4J just trying to bust into bathroom. Oh, the drone doesn't quite go through the hole. They're going to clear it out, enter from a rather interesting way, and actually a really good strategy is they're going to find the bandit of CJ down below in library. Gets droned out once, sees the other drone, takes it down, just going to pre-fire the wall in case there's anyone in there. They're going to be a bit smarter than that to try to pre-fire the wall back. Looks like there is a player potentially inside. It's Goose and N4J with him. They're going to fall back off and try to pressure from main lobby. Looks like there is an an upstairs angle being held by Reaps inside of Game Room, so he might be able to find one inside of lobby. And the attackers so far, a minute into the round, not making a whole lot of headway into this site. They're getting intel in, they're pushing from a lot of interesting angles, and finding a lot of the players, just not able to capitalize off it so far. And as I say that, it looks like NGR's going to swing it, but doesn't seem to know where CJ is. Oh my goodness, that was a huge misplay. Canadian or 9-Piece was completely droning him in, and just completely overlooked CJ right there. Absolute misplay there from the attackers, losing N4J, that Zofia, and her lifeline so early on. Canadian Goose is going to take quite a bit, or deal a bit of damage to CJ, I should say. But he's doing a great job of holding down below. MK will take down Temperado, but it's Poplo to refrag. Poplo's actually in sight already, but he's going to be felled by the player down 90. That's MK taking him down as Reaps takes down 9-Piece, and it's all on Canadian. In a solid round last round, but it's a 4v1 right here, and things are just looking pretty dire right now for SYR, to take someone's quotation from the chat a second ago. And it looks like all the defenders are just in position. They're putting yellow pings out on the air jabs. MK's going to see that out. C4 going to go out. That actually, oh, he's going to be swung by Canadian. A way to stop the C4 there. And he's going to down CJ, so if he doesn't get the kill, he at least has an extra down right there, but he's not going to be able to capitalize off of that most likely. Though the rest of the defenders are actually just going to fall off and give him a bit of leeway. If he wants to finish CJ, that's all well and good. CJ can give them the information they need to capitalize off of that. So far, not a lot happening, though. Canadian a little bit stalled. Perhaps just going to take a tactical timeout here, let CJ bleed out. He's going to go ahead and wait to push in. CJ is almost dead. He's just going to, yep, there's the finish. CJ has just called him out, though, and it looks like MK's in position with the shield, watching through the little window pane in the shield. As the smoke is going to chuck out smoke canisters into lobby. He does have that angle from below, and I don't think Canadian, he's rotated over to middle stairs now. This is the smarter play. And nobody seems to realize he's going over that way. He does have to watch Ragnar, who's watching that angle most closely. And he'll actually find one. He's going to wallbang, almost get a second, but he's going to have to watch the player in vault as well. It's a crossfire that I just don't think he can win out here, as he's just completely pincered. Malusi Banshee going off. He's being completely stalled. And the defender's just going to play it safe and be conservative with it. Almost a clutch there from Canadian Goose, but that was just an impossible angle, or impossible crossfire of angles to play against right there. And he's going to take the L for his team, bringing us to match point. EVO did a great job that round of just very, very quickly adapting to the situation. The bandit was droned out incredibly fast, but it didn't seem to matter because he just wound up hiding in a corner. For all the drone work that SYR did, they could not find that bandit. And that resulted in N4J's death, and from there, it was just downhill. The players upstairs, I think it was MK and, Reaps, picking up kill after kill on the players in study. They had that full frontal push going. Perhaps if they had a push from Master Bedroom going on from that side of the map, Maybe something more would have come of that. But alas, they're going to go to match point now, and this could be all of it. So we saw them show their prowess their first attacking round. When it comes to the best defensive site in the game, or in the map at least, sorry, not the game, they couldn't prove themselves very well. So they're going to trophy statuary for the first time now for the defense and the first time attacking for SYR. They're going to have to make some quick work of this site using, they've got the Zofia lifelines and the Ash breaching rounds to go below and get rid of that anti-breach. But it actually looks like the wall is just going to be opened a little bit, interestingly enough. And that's MK down below with CJ. They're going to get laundry reinforced off from inside of dining, as generally a laundry or a memorial push is expected. They can play around that, especially with the ADS in there. Hold those angles from below. They don't have the pulse, as I think Reap 6 picked onto the Mozzie, and he's going to use those pests pretty efficiently, one would imagine, over towards Master, as that's probably where the attackers are going to push. I say that, though. Sorry, not Master, towards Aviator, as they're actually going for a mostly Master push right now. Popolo already up on roof. He's got that closet window mostly open. Nobody's playing inside of Master. They do have the rotation on the wall, though it's positioned in a way that it cannot be shot. They got the castle barricade on the window right there. I've never seen this done before. The castle barricade to allow them to rotate between bathroom and site. That's actually really, really clever, assuming it does not get taken down. And actually, speaking of taking it down, Pablo's going to be found by CJ, who's just non-stop these past couple of rounds, doing a solid job for his team, a bang-up job on the roam. And there's actually a huge roam going on below right now. He's able to take down the Ash. It's one less operator to be able to take down those castle barricades and clear that rotation. But it looks like an Astro push. They have managed to take out some of the Vulcan shields in sight so far. None of the defenders are actually playing an Astro. A very unorthodox defense. Not just because of the castle barricade, but also because no Astro play at all. And MK is going to find a C4 kill. That's going to be inside of Closet right there. Diffuser is down, as is Canadian Goose. What little stint he had of success has now been ended. 9P is going to have to hope to refrag. He's been a little silent these past couple of rounds. Since the defense, I don't think he's gotten a single kill, which is never a good thing for your top player to just go quiet. He didn't have to play a whole lot for one round to succeed, but now he's just not been able to do much of anything at all. Mozzie drone going to be pinged out, going to be able to be taken down. Some good drone work coming out here from N4J. He's going to go and just ping out all the utility that he can. But there's a lot of it left, and 9P's taking a lot of damage from that C4 from below. He's lucky to be alive, but he's now just a bullet away from death. N4J, though, still on Astro stairs. There's nobody up in Astro, actually. In fact, they've completely reinforced off except for a little vault hole they've got going. And MK is going to find Temperado. Things are just completely collapsing. MK with a perfectly timed swing to take down the player on Master Balcony. It's all on 9P and N4J. I just don't see either of them really pulling this one out. The player on Astro stairs will manage to fell N4J. That's CJ as well, just continuing his huge streak. It's all on 9P. He'll be felled. A flawless round for EVO to take it on defense. And that's going to be the ball game. 7-2. EVO's going to take SYR after a 5-1 split. SYR will get one more victory on attack before they are finished off. And that's going to be a dub for EVO. Looking at the kill feed again, N4J did leave. But it was 10-5, 2-5 for the rest of SYR. 13-7, 7-4-5 for EVO. A bit more even across the board. Good games to both teams. Obviously, EVO was a lot more in the driver's seat for all of that. I appreciate all of you sticking around with me through the incorrect thumbnail, as well as the inability to observe properly for the first half. But I got it down now. I can only get better from here, I hope. But anyways, thank you all for joining, and enjoy the rest of your evenings.